Ang ang problema ani naadto na ko sa tanang Foundation Day, anniversary. Ang itagbo nila sa ko atag-as kayo, mga babae. Walay ka tupong nimo ba nga patas ang laban? BDP laban ra bata. Well, anyway, I'll just pay my respects to Governor Del Rosario, Senator Angara, San is here, si Vice Governor Alan Duhali, Mayor Alan Rilion, Mayor Merna Teresa Timbol, Postmaster General Joel Otara. Thank you for that commemorative stamp, sir. Kauban ako sa gobyerno, ang akong mga kaigsuunan, mayong hapon kaninyong tanan. Kanibang speech nako, duha ra ka pages. Mayong adlaw sa tanan. Alkansi ko sa gasolinang yawa. You know, I got 3 invitations today coming from the local government units that were converted into provinces some 50 years ago. I remember this place because my father was one of the original lawyers of an association on, actually, yuta pa rin, the Tagum Tillers who tilled the land. And there was a case in the issuance of titles, and my father was just about, was very young, and I was only 1950, I was a child. Ang tawag na mo nga rin, Magugpo. That's the original name of Tagum. And by the grace of God, my father became governor, but in 1967, 68, he died. And the one province, one huge province of Davao was divided into 4 local governments. Davao City, which Lopez, kasi Bradman niya si Presidente Marcos sa Sigmaro, he was retained as the mayor of the city of Davao. Then, ito dito na ibigay kay Bulanon Daghan dere. Actually, sila forgot that kalimot na ko. It's a vague memory, but kadaghanan dere na appoint. And simply, it was really a gerrymandering. You divide local, one big piece of property, you divide it to accommodate political leaders, which is also good, but that is not the usual practice. But I think that dividing Davao Oriental also invited me to be there today, but I could only accommodate about 2. Sabi ko na ibang panahon na lang kayo because I have to travel to Oriental, then cross again. You know, my day, hindi ko naman dinidinayan, my day starts at 1. I work, but at 1 o'clock after lunch. Nakakaligo na ako niyan. I do not have any nocturnal life. Adventures, wala na, matanda na ako. I usually sign papers, ganun kakapal, lalo na kung hindi ako mag-report sa bahay ko dyan sa by the river. Ayaw ko tawagin niya ng palasyo, tsaka hindi naman palasyo. I do not like the term palace. It's just the residence of a co-worker of government, pareho tayo. And I get to, being a lawyer and going by the past experiences of presidents, masay delikado ba? You just sign there, even if it is already a processed one coming from your assistants, you still have to read lalo na yung mga contracts because sometimes there is where the flag, the red flag is. You know, I hate corruption, and if there's one thing that hindi ka talaga makalusot sa akin is do not do it, because I'm not doing it, and I've never done it in the 23 years of my mayorship in the city, and a congressman for one term, and another term during the mayorship of my daughter, yung panahon ng bugbog itong si Inday ng sheriff. So, ayun, that's my life. I read documents, hindi ko ano yan. Then I have to study. And you know, I am today with a heavy heart. Because by the time I reach home, doon na yung papel na briefer for the day, and doon yung mga narratives. It's a sort of a journal like the police, but it's a makapal. It's a narrative of today's events that happening in Marawi, and I get to read so many soldiers and police who are dying. You know, it's almost like akin, pareho ng guilt feelings, pero trabaho ko kasi may only consoling issue there is that I have to do it because it is my constitutional duty to preserve and defend the Filipino people. Wala akong magawa niyan. I mean, I really yung patay, lalo na sa mga sundalo. If there is one person in this republic, in this country, who is really traveling with a heavy heart, it's me. Because I ordered the armed forces and the police to go there and fight, and perhaps to die. So every time I read the casualties, parang it's very unsettling. Gilok sa lawas na hindi ko malaman kung anong gawin ko, but I cannot stop the fighting because I will never compromise with terrorism. You know, I can perhaps understand. Ano yung mga komunista, gahil ang ulo eh. At no other time na kung may presidente na pwede yung mag-usap ng ganito. Until now, there is no ceasefire. We have continued fighting. But walang mga aresto. And you go downtown and it is as if it's still there. You know, naminaw mo karon, doon naman ng paradise imbak inyong labangon diha. Would you kindly stop fighting? Wala mga kuigi pangayop. Ang problema itong kayong mga komunista, you do not want my soldiers, because ako commander-in-chief eh, tsaka parang personal na mga anak ko yun. Ako yung nag-utos sa kanila na, because they have to patrol and control every inch of the territory. Do not give me that shit na nisulod man gud ang imong mga sundalo, mayor sa among, what is that? That's bullshit. I am the president and I will never allow that proposition. Though we are not there all the time, we cannot guard every inch of this republic. But I must insist that I own the republic in behalf of the Filipino people. Every inch of the way. So ayaw tagay nga naamoy teritoryo that I will recognize because I will not do it. One, it is wrong. Second, it's a defeatist stand. O ngayon, itong kayong mga komunista nakikinig ngayon, marami. Hands up ka. Kalawon man di eh. Sige, tasok kamot. Labon po tagpas bukin, makagunit o pusin. Bugiro kayo. You know, alam mo ba itong mga buang na ito? At when I was vice mayor, yung sa set-up sa old, just before the regular revolutionary government ni Cory. I was appointed vice governor for 1 year. I went dyan sa Paradise Invoc. Alam mo ginawa na itong mga buang na ito? Hinold ako tapos kinanggarong court ako. At sabi nila, ito yung fiscal na nagpo-prosecute sa atin. Eh, sabi ko, totoo. Ano palang gawin ko sa inyo? Yan ang trabaho ko. Sabi nila, di, wala ito, firing squad. Sabi ko, look, magkikinig mo yan sila ngayon. Tangin mo. Di ko address. Lahat ng tao na mamatay sa mundong ito. Walang lulusot. Kung patayin ninyo ako, susunod din kayo. Pero let it be known that you killed me because I was doing my duty as a prosecutor. Yan lang ang gusto kong malaman ng tao. At sabi ko, patayin ninyo ako, mas madali, mabuti nga yung bala kaysa sakit. Kung magkirig-kirig kag malaria, di... Totoo. And, you know, we can talk, but do not give me a double face. Ako nakapugong-pugong lang ko because I know practically everybody. We used to talk, we were friends. But that was during the time when I was mayor. I was not then burdened with the responsibility of running the country. Ngayon, iba na ang sitwasyon. Kaya pag kinalaban mo yung polis ko, pag binaril mo yung sundalo, kalaban talaga tayo. Kung magbarilan tayo, di magbarilan. Yan ang ano ko dyan. But can you just stop fighting for a while? Kasi ang sabi ng mga leader ninyo sa Europe, there will be a ceasefire. Una, sabi ng leader ninyo that you are to engage government forces. Tapos they realize now, at this very late day, that wala kang makuha dyan sa terorista. There will never be a political, social, or economic space for you, communists, if it is terrorism that prevails the day. Wala kayong makuha dyan. And the terrorist, itong terorista, walang ideology yan. It is far distant from Islam, which they have corrupted to kill people in the name of God. Wala kayong makuha dyan sa anong nationalism. Ang MIMNLF, makasabot ko, I can understand you. That is why I have not declared any overt action against you. I want to talk to you because I know ang inyo was just a rising nationalism. Alam ko na nahibaw ba mong akong mama Mistisa Maranao? You know that? Okay. And my father was a Chinese. Lam. Siguro, basi gagaw ito niyang lam mga sugarol ang putang inang ni si Butler. Patayin ko yung buang niya. Alam mo, ang MIMN was a product of a sense of nationalism. You know why? Before Magellan landed in Leyte in 1521, Islam was already ahead in Mindanao by 50 years. Sabi nila 100 years. But when I was a congressman, I had the chance to go around Southeast Asia and I dug into the archives. At alam ko itong history ng Southeast Asia, the movements of people and of the natives here. Puro tayo Malay, Indonesian, Malaysian. Kaya lang nauna dito ang Islam, doon naman we were subdued by the Spaniards. And that subjugation was not also easy to accept in the sense that it was also brutal and cruel. Noon, pag di ka magkatoliko, patay ka. Baka akala mo yung inquisition ng Nepare, dere. You know, the inquisition of Europe and everywhere else came from the Catholic Church. Kita mo si Father Gumbursa, yung tatlong pare na Pilipino na ilang gigarote, hinahinay og tuok. Because, you know, if you talk independently of the Catholic Church noon, you are a heretic and they will torture you to death. The first tribe or whatever religion that embarked on this Inquisition, ang Katoliko. Pero over the years, nabuotan na sila. Pero katong niaging eleksyon, nagbinuang na po ang mga yawa. Itong mga may obispo dire. Sige lang, pangatake. Kita mo yung isang araw. O was it 4 days ago? A grandmother, a wife, 3 children, patay. Unsay sulti, anong sinabi ng putang ina niya? Trip-trip lang yun, sir. Most of the time, itong human rights defend criminals. Wala na sila'y kliyente nga dili kriminal. Kay kung sabihin mo lang na abuso sa police o military, we in the government, in the military, in the police can handle it. So kanang patay sa gawas, so kami labot, ana. I have a daily briefer and you can see, arrested, not neutralized, but 1 or 2. You know, shabu is a deadly game. It's just like in Latin America. Now they're fighting for a territory. Territorial na ang away. Ang uban, di mamayad, dili mo remit. Tapos napatsyon ka yun, ana, na ang idang mga pagador, mga pobre. Mo na'y kalisod, ha? Kaya mo may dali, may trabaho. That is why we're trying our best to improve the economy of the country so that we can give gainful employment for everybody. As it is, kulang tayo ng mga trabahante. Kasi ating yung mga plumber, yung mga expert electricians, nandoon na sa Middle East. But if you go to Davao today, if you are not able to go back within a month's time, you see a new building. Ako natinga ako ang Davao di Butog yun. And it is, last night, it was reported that we earned, ang Davao City, the highest, 9% ang domestic growth. Ugwa na ko ihawa itong mga putang abot ka widya. Look, for all, sa lahat, military, civilian, police, religious. When I was mayor, sabi ko, do not destroy my country. Do not deprive us of our young children. Yan ang pag-asa namin kinabukasan. Hindi tayo mayaman. Kanang aircraft, ang helicopter, hindi akin, inyo yan. Gusto niyo, ibigay ko na lang sa inyo yan. Para service ninyo Davao dire. Hindi ko makailangan yan. Tagak man una. Do not do that. Pagkatiguang nato, kinsa may mo hungit sa atong lugaw. Sino ang magpakain sa atin sa ospital? Who will pay for the oxygens and the medicine? Tayong mga anak. Ngayon ang ating mga anak, yan ang trabaho nila pagdating ng panahon. E kung gawain mong gago itong mga anak ko, patayin mo mga kriminal ng padatulog 1 year old, imong luglugon. Sino naman maligayahan makita ka buhay ka? Sabi ko, do not destroy my country because I will really kill you. At totoo talaga yan. Ay, naku. So, gusto ko, karoon na. Ay, ano ko, kadakog baril. Hindi mo to. Dahil kasi yung iba, mugakos ba na, malay ko ba pagkakos imo kung anaon? Hindi, pag ana tapos, oy, Dibdib mo pala ito. Ulo. Sabi ko, siyempre, you'd know when it's really an attack. Di, mga nila nga, punggutan ko daw yung lagliog, marawi. Bisubukan mo daw, eh. Paputol ka ang liog. Kaya akong putlag utin. Perting pakpak sa mga babae, oh. Kanang ilang ba daw, igibuhat o di. Mayor Duterte, duha tuloy asawa. Tangina na inyong ba, nasundan na pagkagabi. Si Mayor Dere, kapila ko na gitan sa Davao. Hay asawa. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, walay lalaki na hindi kumakaliwa. Tanggapin ninyo yung mga asawa. Ba't sa 10, may mga tulong buutan yun. Totoo yan. Isa doon, tatay ko. Tanungin mo yung nakaabot na tatay ko. Akong tatay, mukaon, puros. Mukaon, ha? Niya mulabay simbahan, cross. Kapilya, cross. Ano ko pa, ayun, pula tanan, ha? Kausahan na, sigilag panguros niya. Di madaman ang impirno, sigilag cross. Mga liwa ka, bago babae, kuros ka. Di wala na. Bitaw. Kung nadadaan lang pala ito, putang ito sa kuros-kurusan, di, manguros ko. Yan ang isa dyan, terrorism. I cannot accept it. You are living witnesses to what is unfolding in the Middle East. Wala, there's no redeeming value sa ila. Maraging na ako ang armed forces o ang Philippine National Police. We will not go out there until the last terrorist is executed. Mahirap yung ginagawa ninyo na gano'n. Why would we allow you to destroy our country like that? Pati yung droga. Tignan mo naman kung pumatay. Pero ito, you can never hear the human rights or the human rights lawyers o kana mga bigaon nga sige agyaw-yaw nga even just an expression of sympathy and condemnation. Wala. And you know that every day, as there is an addict that is killed, there is also an innocent person who is held up, mahuldapan, mamatay, makawatan. And these idiots just keep it a blind eye. Murang, malayo ang tingin. Wala pag-alam ang mga gago. Tapos ang ayaw ko dito, ito talaga pumutok ako. Kaya itong EU, Europeans, one of their suggestion was, pareho sa EU karon sa Netherlands. But if you have been to the Netherlands recently or in Vancouver, Canada, kay peaceful ka ng beautiful places. Now it's dirty. Now it's almost, there is a mugging, one oy patay. Why? Because ihatag nila ang mga shabu, cocaine, heroin, libre. Na ay mga klinik ito, musulod ka lang. The problem is, they might be, it's an insatiable, wake up Quran, but they could have the fix for the day. Pero ang utok nga madaot, they are imagining things, hallucination. Maunang manghilabot. Dinidiran, hadlok siya, karon nagmahay sila. Ngayon, gusto nila ako magtayo ng mga klinik. Sabi ko, putang ina. Sabi ko, come here to the Philippines. And sarap ko, sabihin mo sa putang ina ka, sampalin talaga kita. Baski sinong ambasador, walang pakialam. Let's say ka, bunutan tabag. Wag mo akong because to me, that is an insult. Why would you suggest a thing like that? Wala na nga akong pagkain para sa mahirap. I do not even have a good answer to say, Mayor, bakit mahirap pa tayo ngayon? Ang asawa ko walang trabaho. Kalisod-lisod, Mayor, wala kami makakain. Nasa Marawi, ilang araw na. Diba, you come here and you lecture on me, tapos sabihin mo, set up clinics and give them free shabu, cocaine, heroin. Naku. Katilagod sila taga Davao nga. Wala, honesty. Putang ina, sagpaon tagyo ka. Pili. Ayan necessary I will resign as president. Tanda na ako, 72. I will be finished with this job, 77 years old. Mag-ana na ako, wheelchair. Dito na banda magsalita. Ano pa man nabuling ko sa buhay? Nothing to lose. Do not fuck with me because nothing to lose. Kaya mga media, taga Manila, utro po ng EBS, pati inquiry, walang ginawa. Totoo. Wala gindawa ka mag-publish kayo ng kami mga taga-gobyerno, kala mo magnanakaw na. Pero kayo, malitsi kayo. Ang inquirer, ang utang is 8 billion taxes. Di occupied yung Maylong na kanal di sa Pasay Padong sa Makati. Ang contract 50 years, naka-extension ng kausa. Why extension? Ang kita nung mga tindahan diya, sila gakolekta. Without paying taxes. Ka mga tag-iyag inquirer. Pero kung magsalita kayo kontra sa amin, nakala mo sino kayong malilinis. Kayo yung mga tulisan, putang ina ninyo. Totoo. Kayo man ang tulisan. No, gapon. One of these days, I'm going to come up with an expose. Pero, ilom lang. Pero I will not allow you to do that to the Filipino people. You return the property to the Republic of the Philippines. Pag ayaw ninyo isauli yan, I will ask everybody, every Filipino walang lupa, go to the Maylong, occupy the place because it belongs to you. Kaya ito rin korte, itong mga, kayo rin mga judges, bantay kayo. Hindi ganito Pag naagani bidding, Basking God og si Konsungig Ayala, nagani mo file og protesta, there is a bidding. Everybody is represented. Pag na-bidding, mapilde ba atong korte mag-restraining order. So the project is delayed. Diyan pagkahuman, lahat ng protesta, there never was a finding that it was overpriced. It always ends up with an agreement na wala na lang niya. Ang kanang mga negosyante, mga yawa, ingo na, sige, tagay lang ko gamay, withdraw na akong kaso. So but in the meantime, it is really at the expense of the Filipino people. Wala ko ba kaya ko kayong putahin lahat, kaya nung balikason tanong, wala kayong makuha sa akin. Wala akong sindikato, wala akong negosyo. Ang turo mo lang sa akin, babae. Tanan man ta. Si Rilyon gani, duha siguro ng iya Davao. Mayor, basta mayor ka, mudagan ka niya, wala kay girlfriend, di ka mudaog. Di ka mo daw. Magpapari-pari ka. Magsige kag barong, tighatag anang kalawat, mura ka pong pare, magbuang. Di ka mo daw. Ayaw nagsimba. Huwat gawa sa simbahan, tanaw ganito mga gwapa. Inasulti ko. But anyway, munang duwa di nga, dili ko ninyo pwedeng do not come to me talking about drugs and terrorism. Mag-away lang tayo. Mo explode nung ano. But kung anong problema mo, any other problem, basta wala yung graft and corruption sa gobyerno, trabaho, gano'n, okay. O maghingi ka ng project, basta malinis lang, walang house yaw, at kung may pera, you want this road, new road, bigay ko. Total, ang hati ko sa pera, equally talaga. Sabi ko kay Finance kay Sunny Dominguez, divide it equally among all of us. Walang politiko nagalapit sa akin ngayon maghingi ng project gan. I do not entertain it and I do not talk to them. Sinabi ko noon na I have never talked about any project over the phone or for any particular mga patronage. Totoo yan. Wala akong cellphone. Hindi ako tumatanggap ng tawag. Lalo na yung mga punta mga negosyante doon. I do not enjoy it. I mean, I kind of uneasy pagkausap ko noon. Kasi na maraming istoryang hindi maganda lumaban-balbat. Kaya sila nahirapan korupsyon. Wala yan dito sa gobyerno ito. Basta may mapahirang ka ng korupsyon, sorry. Pero kung magtrabaho ka dyan, so, tapos yung akong speech. Hali, usa ka ba? But in fairness to the guy who wrote this speech, hindi ko pa naman, I will just read the last 3 paragraphs. Rest assured that the government remains committed in fulfilling its promise in giving an equal share of the national wealth to Mindanao, including Davao del Norte. Use the money to uplift the lives of your people and realize your great potential. All I ask in return is that you remain committed to continuing war against illegal drugs, corruption, criminality, and terrorism. We must remain steadfast and united against these ills that threaten our existence and our way of life. Indeed, I believe that Davao del Norte, under the command of Governor de Rosario, will continue to become one of the fastest growing provinces in Mindanao, with vast resources and strong, resilient, and vibrant people. The province will be able to achieve greater development at par with the rest of the nation. Daghang salamat ug maayong hapon kaninyo.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to grant a photo opportunity with the officials and provincial department heads of Davao del Norte in 3 batches, that is. Please come on stage as called.
At yan po ang naging talumpati ni Pangulong Duterte sa ika-50 founding anniversary ng Davao del Norte sa Mankilam, Tagum City. Ayon sa Pangulo, hindi raw siya makikipagkompromiso sa mga terorista. Pero gusto raw niya makipag-usap sa mga rebelde tulad ng MILF at MNLF na produkto raw ng nasyonalismo. Binanggit din niya ang nangyaring massacre sa Bulacan kung saan ikinamatay ng isang pamilya kabilang ng isang lola, isang ina at 3 bata. Binanatan din niya ang CHR sa pagtatanggol nito sa mga kriminal. Huwag raw sisirain ng bansa dahil handa raw siyang pumatay. Binanatan din ng Pangulo ang European Union dahil daw sa suhestyon nilang magtayo ng mga klinik sa bansa at mamigay ng libreng droga. Problema na nga raw sa bansa ngayon ang kahirapan. At yan po ang ating live coverage. Tutok lang dito sa GMA News TV para oras-oras. Alam mo, ako po si Bernadette Reyes. Maraming salamat.